I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin in 2018 bear market. You had a similar pattern as Bitcoin's printing right now. This is a descending triangle, 64% chance that it breaks to the downside, and it went from 6,000 all the way down to about 3,150. This pattern looks really similar to the Bitcoin 2-hour chart. Now, I'm not trying to predict this, but I'm definitely going to short altcoins on a break lower. You've got about 5 days left on this thing. You know, Bitcoin really likes to run to the end of the patterns. These triangles normally break out at 75% full, and Bitcoin pushing it to the limit. So definitely keep an eye. We're going to talk a lot about the dollar. I got some interesting ideas on Meta and Facebook's metaverse ideas. Some global news that really affects the market, and just a global turmoil that's happening that needs to be considered when you're looking at when the dollar is so important. There's a lot more things to watch in crypto than just, crypto news isn't really happening. It's not really coming out. The altcoin projects, they're definitely not pumping out tons of good news right now because it doesn't move the market, right? So that's just part of the bear market. As soon as you get some consistent upside, all the biggest news helps these developers make a ton of money, right? Pumps the price. That's what they're trying to do. They're here to make money, cash grab. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person, he made $2,000 in less than 25 minutes. He got an alert. So I'll show you guys how to set alerts and how you can buy on the alerts. He's also out, looks like in Vegas, gambling and won another $1,200. So killing it. This person, he made $10,000 in an hour trading the SPX based on what he's learned in the group. This person, he's up another $1,000, and that's a total of $4,000 in 7 days, killing it. This person, been in the space for 6 years and watched the videos that I have a whole learning collection of videos, and he watched the videos, learned a lot of new stuff. He's 300x his portfolio since he's been in the group. He's up to $200,000. The admins in my group are very successful. So when you have questions, you're asking people that have been very successful, and that's huge. Like, we're killing it every day. We're posting the bangers, and these are the last 4 days. I've had so many people rejoining the group, coming back to where the money is made. We're going to continue the discount. So right now it's 60% off if you pay in crypto, and an additional $100 off. The group is cheap. It pays for itself. It's a no-brainer. Big to make sure you're in the best setups, period. Go over to my website, cryptorev.net. Join. If you have any questions about joining, send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. 7%, 45%, 90% profit, 73% profit, 66% profits, banging. Now, what's going on in Britain? The Prime Minister steps down after 44 days in office. This global turmoil that's happening financially is tough to deal with. She just said, see ya. See what the dollar is doing in just a second. I want to make sure and follow up on Bitcoin CMEs first. And so Bitcoin has been unable to break above the mid-range. Well, it happened here, Friday the 14th. So it's been about 6 days, but it hasn't been able to hold above the mid-range for an extended period of time, 14 days, right? Where it moved to the top of the range. Now, you could be building a bull or falling wedge. But again, this thing breaks the downside. You're looking for 18,500. You could see 17,770. Depending on what the dollar's doing, we're going to talk about some ideas on the DXY that you guys need to know about so that you can front run these moves. It's real simple. Like, the dollar is controlling all markets right now. And so you just need, all of a sudden I'm watching world news. I'm trying to keep up with world financial news. Like, there's a lot to cover. And some people need just here, let me do the research for you and feed it to you. And that's why the group's so big. Thousands and thousands of people in the group. So again, this is the altcoin total market cap and total 2. If this support doesn't hold, you're looking for altcoin downside. All right. So again, Bitcoin breaks lower, altcoins get nuked. These short ideas I'm going to go over again. I've been talking about, we've been following, see if they play out. Again, ES1 has this on the 1 hour chart, a small double top, which broke to the downside, which we were expecting this entire move. And now broke out. I mean, you could see more downside out of ES1 if the dollar breaks higher. And here's a dollar, the DXY. And so right here, you've got, understand, you've got a low. This is a lower low, and this is a higher low. Okay, so that means people were willing to pay a higher price here than they did last time. Bullish idea. But this is potentially a bull flag. If the dollar bulls break out of this channel, this falling wedge, then you could get significant upside and the markets, financial markets, get crushed. A break to the downside, going to have some great trading. Spot long is going to be a lot better to trade than it has been. ADA, I was in a short here. I could have stayed in the short. It's just been paying the bills. I mean, you got a lot of bullish divergence on the 2 hour chart. So at some point, if it bounces, you could get a pretty hefty bounce. But again, ADA leading the market to the downside. Here, Ethereum looks like ADA, but really, Bitcoin breaks lower, then this Ethereum short plays out. Solana, we've talked about this, right on the edge, right on the cusp of breaking to the downside. Solana, again, can see $18, $11. Again, a very bad situation for Solana on a downside break here. Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX Exchange are going to filter assets that it thinks are securities from U.S. listings until registration is in place. And so basically, they got in some trouble, and there was a probe in FTX, and they're saying, hey, you guys got a bunch of securities listed. And so I'm interested to see what coins that they're worried about as securities, because this could change things for Binance US, Gemini. It could set a precedent, and so we're watching to see what coins. And this, if you remember, XRP took a big hit when it got labeled as a security, and then there's been a huge court case going on. Obviously, XRP fighting or any type of upside at this point. It's clearly pulled back off its recent run up. This is MetaQuest, and again, Facebook is now parent company Meta. So MetaQuest, the Oculus Quest is this VR headset that a lot of kids are using. And they had this huge update the other day. It took forever to download. And kids right now, if you've got kids with phones, like, it's hard to get them out of their phones, right? Most people, probably stuck to their phones. There is a virtual world that exists. Most people don't even know about it. And that's the most important thing now is whether, hey, you know what, Bitcoin, this pullback from 6,000 to 3,000 was terrible. But the money that was made in the run up, people, when they finally catch on, the hype, the hysteria, the FOMO rally, you make a ton of money. And so just want to encourage you guys to be patient with the metaverse. Like, it's going to take time to catch on. Facebook, they invested $10 billion and they've been getting their teeth kicked in on this entire idea, but they have expanded and they've made a lot of updates, and now into the metaverse. I hear it's talking about the metaverse now because of what Meta or Facebook is doing online with their Oculus Quest. So again, the most important thing is it just takes time for this to be adopted. And you can't always, now some of these projects in crypto, they just go to zero and they die, right? So the big gainers, the 20, 50, 70, 100x gainers may not even exist yet. Right? We have to see what I'm real good and take pride into following the money flow. And so whether it's Web 3.0 or if we get good runs out of the metaverse again, I'll make sure and keep you guys updated with this idea. But to give you an example, look at credit cards. Credit cards in 1950, there was a Diners Club card that was created. American Express introduced its first card in 1958. In the 1960s, you got your first magnetic strip put on the back of the cards, and then MasterCard came out in 1966. it really took, Discover came out in 1986. It really took years and years and years for this to develop. And now everybody has cards everywhere, but they're moving to different payment formats we're seeing now. And so this goes, whether it's Bitcoin as a form of financial money transfer, and obviously until the Lightning Network really takes off, the Bitcoin's not the fastest, right? But the most important thing is we're here right now before anybody else realizes it. I mean, it's 3% of the world uses cryptocurrency. Just imagine when that doubles or triples, and then they have the ability to come into crypto. And so listen, keep your head in the game. You do not lose until you quit. You have to keep pushing. Show up every single day, and this will pay off because you're here before everybody else even sees the value like we see it. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.